Konnichiwa, hello one and all, this is Candace Otaku with you today, back with what will hopefully be the final stream in Gundam Breaker 4 on the Nintendo Switch, at least for now. Gonna try to complete the story today. Hope everyone's doing well out there. I think we got it, we still have hoops to jump through. We got 3 monoliths to dismantle before we can even enter the fortress that is supposedly holding Chaos and Lilin. So probably gonna be more besides that as well, but we'll just go ahead and continue. Yeah, so while I go into this, I will talk about a couple things. One is the deal I got in my video description for today, which is talking about
So it's me and you on this one, huh?
a couple of games I've played, actually just today, that one I've been trying to play through for a while and gave up on, and then another one that I started and quit fairly quickly. I don't think it was quite as fast as my attempt at Mighty Number 9, but it was one that it was, I'd say at least an hour from the time I downloaded the game to playing to deciding that it's not worth it and uninstalling.
I'm glad Meister put us together. I know no matter what happens, I can count on you.
I feel the same. I think he knows we'll be able to handle anything if we stick together.
I know it's weird saying it now, but seeing you in GB4 is kinda strange. You told us you were tired from Gunpla battle, like forever. But you were really here all along, weren't you?
You mean with the Mr. Gunpla costume? I can't believe my cover was blown like that. I guess I didn't count on fighting an enemy that could corrupt my data.
Were you really playing in disguise just so you could keep an eye on me? How long were you gonna keep that up?
I wasn't spying on you or anything. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. But I guess I could have handled it better.
Oh, I'm not accusing you or anything. I get it. You were really worried about me for a while there, weren't you?
I was. You've been so quiet ever since you moved in after... you know. That's why I recommended GB4 in the first place. I thought it might help. And I was happy when you showed an interest in Gunpla battles. They always meant a lot to me. But I was worried something would ruin it for you. And I wanted to help, if I could. I shouldn't have worried, though. You did great. You made new friends, broke out of your shell. I'm really proud of you, Lin.
Yeah. Tao, Mashima, Sheena, Lilin, and of course all the others. They're the best. I love going
So
on
why
missions
am I
and
considered all
having
the
bosses with
others?
them. But it's even better to finally play with family like this.
Family? Sorry, I'm not crying.
Misa?
I was so worried that you resented me.
Oh, Misa. Hold on. We've got a mission to do here.
Yeah, another no time for crying.
Family time can wait. Saving Lilin takes priority. Let's focus.
Yeah, you're right. I never imagined you'd be cheering me on. You've really grown up, Lin. Oh, they're ready.
I don't know why my mic the audio on my mic mixer that keeps popping like crazy. I'm not sure what's causing it. Oh, now it stopped, but earlier it was just going crazy. I don't know if the
Let's go!
audio jack on the back of the mic was goofing up or what.
Lynn's really come into her own. I'd better step up my game. Us family have to look out for each other after all.
So anyway, before I start talking about the games, I think I'll talk a little bit about the little orange trump card again, just because of a couple of things that have been appearing in the news. So the ongoing drama with the reflecting pool in DC. Couple things with that, with it being drained for who knows how many times now in the last several months. The vibrant blue that was supposed to be, something that was going to be prominent for years and years, was gray. It's possible that, because of the algae outgrowth that was happening at the time, that caused it to discolor and change. But at the same time, you'd think, if they were using a paint that's going to be underwater and might be dealing with elements like, algae and, other elements, that it would be a color that would be able to withstand those types of things. That was obviously not the case. It could have been because of, the claim of using shoddy product, or saying that they're using a high quality one and ended up being like the cheapest thing they could find. Again, the project that's supposed to have been, in the millions of dollars to do, and it's just baffling that, all this money has been going into it, and all they've shown so far is failure after failure. The other thing with that was the talk about the damage that was supposed to have been done by vandals, and our idiot president claiming that there's like a 300-foot gash in the material. Bystanders, or people who could see it through the fence and security and all that crap, no visible gash that they could see. One thing that they could see, however, was signs of tire tracks that had been through there, which was from when the fucking idiot drove his motorcade over the, more than likely not settled product. Once you've applied it, you gotta wait a certain amount of time before you can really do anything else with it, and they apparently jumped the gun. And first of all, it's just stupid to do something like that. It's like, okay, these are big motorized vehicles, tires that are known for picking up rocks, dirt, anything like that, and they're just driving like a dozen of them over this newly finished project and expect everything to be just fine. Whether that was the cause of the extensive damage, who knows, but it's just another thing that just, makes the old senile dipshit motherfucker look even worse in the public eye. And then just last night, to further make himself look like a complete jackass, he decided to hold a live press conference last evening to discuss supposed going-ons that China had access to political voting information in regards to like the 2020 election that he lost to Joe Biden. He still claims that basically he was robbed of that election that he should have won, and going-ons like either the Chinese government interrupting or doing something, all bullshit lies. Just the guy trying to accuse anyone and everyone for his own failures and just making him look like a bigger dumbass jackass. And of course he did bring up one thing about like some supposed act to basically having to prove your citizenship before you are allowed to vote. It's not exactly a bad thing per se. I think it makes sense that, if you want to be allowed to vote in matters like that when it comes to elections, that you should have some way of showing that you are a legit citizen. Of course, I feel like that's already in place right now with like some places that require you to register, having to show ID and all that good stuff. But apparently in some places I guess they don't do enough of a thorough job to show up or prove that. I don't know exactly how many people are actually like. It's always a conspiracy that politicians are going to use any kind of suspicious tactics, like either using illegals or even like saying certain people had voted when those certain people are deceased. I think that's one of the big ones that I know it's been mentioned in movies before, but one that I wouldn't be surprised if has happened in real life, where it says, oh, this lady voted for this bad person in an election, and then the family comes out and says, yeah, that's my grandmother. She passed away 5 years ago, so that's impossible that she would have been able to vote. But yeah, it's just even better is a couple of national networks, I think it was CBS and ABC, deciding that they were not going to televise it, this press conference that our idiot president decided to hold to spew out more lies. And being the butthurt little bitch he is, throwing out those idle threats again of saying, oh, well, we need to reorganize these companies because, oh, they won't give me the attention I deserve. If I'm holding a press conference, they need to be showing it to the people, and if they don't want to show it, if they don't want to, broadcast to millions of people living at home that I'm a lying sack of shit, then I need to get people who will kiss my ass and bend over for me anytime I ask them to do anything and everything I say. It's just a tiresome thing. It's like it's this, almost the same thing every week. Little baby bitch lies through his teeth about stuff, things that he either thinks are true and are not, or things that he should know are obviously false, and still acts like it's the truth, making him look like an idiot. And then anytime someone goes against what he wants, then all he could do is either bully or threaten, usually with stupid things like saying, oh, I'm gonna sue you, or trying to tell people like, oh, you need to fire them or get rid of them, blah blah blah. And one of those things there's a whole thing about freedom of speech and all that. And, if I was a person with a lot of followers and, more of a social media influence, I guess. If I made a comment of what I'm about to say here, I would probably be targeted by the politics and, the poor, sad idiots that still support our moron of a president. With how old he is, I just want him to freaking die already. There's those times that, there's talk about, oh, he's been sent, or he's got, like, signs of bruising, or, certain health issues, like, makeup on his skin to cover up, like, sores, blemishes, bruises again, or going to the special hospital, usually just for a medical checkup, but there's that part that always thinks, oh, maybe he's gonna go in and something's gonna happen, and nope, he's dead. All right.
That must be the monolith. Now we just have to destroy it.
Careful, Nisa! Enemy signals incoming!
Whoa!
But yeah, I could whine and complain about that all day, but I'll whine and complain about other things. The two games I had played recently that I ended up giving up on today were a couple of PS5 games, not like huge, like mainstream titles, but one that actually I think one came out last year, and then the other one I haven't really heard too much about, so I'm not sure if it came out this year or before. But the games were Shadow Labyrinth, which was the Bandai Namco game. That's a Metroidvania that's like a dark retelling of Pac-Man, which sounds really weird, and at the time looked really cool and interesting. And yeah, I've got like 16 to 18 hours into the game. Well, before I quit it and uninstalled it today. And for a while there, it was fine. I know they had recently, well, I'm not sure how recent it was, but they came out with, updates to the game where they put in, like, what they call an explorer mode, so where you don't have to worry about, if you're having a tough, hard time with a boss or an area, it's either you're taking significantly less damage or you just can't die. And then there's also deals about how, like, there's times where you can actually play as Pac-Man, and the controls in that were not exactly great. But they try to improve that, and it felt fine once, like, you could adjust the settings to where um, you either push in left or right, or push in one direction, and then Pac-Man will just start moving automatically until you put in another input, or just where you go in and once you move him, he moves. But what ended up being my biggest issue with the game was everything was more or less straightforward up until a certain point. Like even though it's a Metroidvania, like the map layout for the first 4 or 5 areas was all linear. So it's like you just keep moving left to go back, you keep going right to move forward, and then you got to this point in the game where like the big baddie is pretty much revealed. You find out who it is that you're dealing with in this world, and then you start going underground, and there's like a whole like labyrinth underneath these areas that you were at before, and then there's supposedly areas up above that you weren't able to reach before that you can get abilities to go up to. And more times than not, you pretty much had a good idea of where you needed to go and what you needed to do. And that was going for me until I got to a point where I got to what was pretty much a dead end, and Pac-Man is following you the entire time. He's a little hovering orb that follows you, and there's like a save point, and then a new route that's just out of reach even if you try to jump, which makes it suggest, like in Pac-Man will even tell you that you need to learn how to do an advanced jump, so you'll have to come back to this place later.
They're no match for our teamwork.
I would say I got to that point in the game like maybe 12 hours into the game, and so for the last 4 to 6 hours I've been scouring every area that I could think of to try and find a new route, like any place I might have missed something that would lead me to where I could get a new upgrade to be able to do stuff. And that's basically one of the worst parts of the game by far, is after a certain point there's like little areas here and there that are scattered throughout the world that you like early on in the game there's even in the very first area there's a platform that's just out of reach that you more or less need a double jump for, that that okay, well I'll have to come back here for that at some point. And then there's like a wall that's breakable, but you're not strong enough to break it, so it makes you think, okay, well at some point I will get a powerful new attack that should be able to break that. But it's one obscure little spot in like 1/5 of the map, and the one telltale that the game's not gonna it's got a poor map layout is it gives you a absurd amount of, some of them you have to buy, but actually that makes it even worse. You get map markers that you can put on the map to remind yourself, okay, well I need to come back here to do something. They're all color coded, so something you might not even think about, unless you make notes. You wouldn't think about, okay, well, I'll have to just make a mental reminder that, okay, I got a red marker here, that means that there's a spot that I need a double jump for. I got a green marker over here, so that means I need that for a ground
Good
pound
work,
attack
Yusri.
to break the
I'll
floor.
let this down. Misa and Lin, you stay there and make sure it stays down until I give the signal.
Okay.
And
Good luck with the next one. I'm a goner at this.
like I said, it's like maybe one little spot in a map that's like, you know, a map that if you bring it up on your screen, it fills up the entire screen, and it's one tiny little spot that, you know,
Wow,
you wouldn't think
really
about.
carried us on that one.
And that's basically what happened. Is I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt because I kept finding, like, I did keep checking things. I did find like one or two new abilities, but nothing that was helping me with the problem at hand, which is I needed a double jump. And every place I looked at, it's like, okay, well, there's this area I need to go to, but that's blocked off. I need something for that. So I was basically just going back through every area just to see what I could possibly find. And more or less all it was like one little thing, like a collectible to get. And that was it. Nothing that was like crucial to helping me. You know, nothing that like was no signs of anything that was telling me, okay, I need to go here to get this ability that's going to help me continue the game. And I went through these areas like
This is the mission desk.
each area like 3 or 4 different times, just trying to see if there's something. Like basically I would like there's on each map there's certain warp points that like a save point / warp point. So I would warp in, I would check the map, see what's around, like if there's an area that I maybe missed before, or one that was blocked off that I needed to get a different ability for. And yeah, basically at that time it was,
So it would seem. Meister Jin did say our mobile suits were extremely
yeah,
compatible.
just
So I suppose the pairing makes sense.
several times going through each area, like going back through,
Can't argue with
like
that.
thinking,
I'm
okay,
betting
well
the
there's this
offensive
place,
build in your
maybe I
support
need
build would
to
make
go
for
back
a
there.
great team.
I go back there and it's
We've
like,
got
oh yeah, I'd already
everything
checked this before, and it's either a dead end,
You
B,
know, I've been dying for a chance to show you what I can do firsthand. Meister Jin really
you know,
did me a
I
solid
need an
with this
ability
match.
that I don't have yet.
Don't worry,
and-
I'll take point. You just sit back and I'll lead us to
Almost worse than
victory.
that, there was like
To our
a couple
glorious
places that I
future
missed early on that
There's no
I
need for gallantry.
actually had access to, but
Such cruel rejection. Well then,
it was a case of like a ability that I don't use all that much, or it's one that
deal.
is
Just
limited.
leave it to me.
Oh, good. We're
So,
Time to get this show on the road.
and it's like the game overall was not bad up until that point. It's like there was times where I was having struggles or difficulty fighting bosses. I was getting a little, yeah, I would say I was getting, you know, rage induced, but you know, for the most part, it wasn't a case where it's like I felt like the game was 100% trying to screw me over. But at least with those, it was a case that I would be able to beat it and I could make further progress. And this, it was just simply a case where
this should be fun.
you know, there was no map marker, you know, no HUD telling me exactly what I needed to do at that particular point in time. Like, you could press the start button or the, you know, your menu button, and it would say, okay, well, here's the things that you need to be doing, but it doesn't tell you where they're at or, you know, where you need to go. Like, there's a couple things that it's like, okay, well, you need to go to the very top of this volcano, and the highest point that you can reach in the volcano is a dead end. So you're looking basically all along the catty corners of the map, seeing like if there's maybe a route that you might have missed. And of course the map's got like, it'll have little indicators on it, like maybe the breakable walls or floors that you need a special ability for, or a door that's locked that you need to get to the other side to unlock. But yeah, just the fact that there was no no clear-cut like main mission, like, okay, go here next. It's what ruined it for me. So it's like the art style was interesting, just the fact that the Pac-Man or the Bandai Namco universe was matured and put into this futuristic sci-fi setting. Like, Pac-Man is a robotic AI type deal, and you can it can possess you and like make a big shadow Pac-Man that will eat enemies, and you can also be a giant Pac-Man. Well, it's a mech with like a big Pac-Man in the middle of it. And then there's other elements of that universe. So it's like there's like enemies from Galaga in the game. There's like Dig Dug enemies. So yeah, they do a lot to, really make it a unique experience. But it's just at that point, I'm just like, oh, and yes, here's the big thing is, I could easily go online and look up what I need to do and find out where I need to go from there. But that's, I try to play a game as legit as possible. Yes, I have played games in the past, like a Dark Souls game where I basically watched a complete playthrough of someone else on YouTube to know like the best route to take, like where I need to go, what item I need to pick up to basically make the most progress and complete the game. And yeah, you could call me a hypocrite for it, but it's like I feel like if there's a certain line between doing it to actually get far in the game and then having to look up where to go online because the game does not tell you where you need to go, and it's just confusing and aggravating that the game's not telling you. It's like, or well, yeah, not telling you where you need to go, but basically having any signs of progress blocked off, or not having any any kind of guidance whatsoever. So yeah, it's like this morning I was going through trying to check all these other areas again, and it's like, alright, this is a dead end, this is a dead end, this one I need an ability for, this is where I need that double jump to go further, I can't get that. So I was just like, I cannot do this anymore. It's like, just a disappointment that's like get to that point in the game and it's just like, well, I, I, it's almost like feeling like you're soft locked out of the game. I don't know. And yeah, could have checked, find out for sure exactly. Oh, I need to go this place and do this. But at the same time, I feel like it's like if I have to look that up online to find out to how to. And older games were known for that a lot. Yes, like especially like older like maybe like DOS PC type games or like your point and click adventure games, notorious for that, where it's like,
Piece of cake.
how would you know that you're supposed to use this item in this particular location? And I know it's like one of those deals where it's like, I guess it's just me being bullheaded, stubborn, that it's like I want to figure out on my own. I tried, I could not, but instead of just saying, okay, well, let me look it up and find out how to do it, I'm just like,
I can't believe we're actually
no,
fighting to save
I'm just,
Roland's life.
I don't care anymore.
Battles to get back in shape before all this went down.
It was a whatnot purchase. It was like less than $20,
After I lost my old clan,
and
GB4
you know,
just
reviews for it are, well, actually, the reviews for it were really
not just that. You, Lilin,
polar.
the rest,
Like,
you pulled me out of a pretty dark place.
at least on
Feel the same.
PlayStation,
Who I am today without the friends I met.
there were,
You gave
I
me strength
think
when
it was
I
like
needed it most.
30,
Saving not just Lilin, but this world is important to me. I won't stand
30
on
to
the sidelines
40%
anymore.
5 stars,
Good for
which
you.
seems very far-fetched, or like hard to believe.
For this clan in GB4, I know
Unless it was someone
you-
that did play it on like Explorer mode
You know,
and
I can't help but think us meeting here has something to do with fate.
maybe got
Don't you feel it too?
Funny,
some,
I
like,
was
maybe
just
there was
thinking
some
of the
type
old
of guidance
Dawn
system in
G
that
Force
form, I don't know.
who refuses to take a hint.
In my sights.
But then, like, the next highest percent was 1 star. So everything else is, like, mixed between 2, 3, and 4. But it's like, it's just weird that, you know, your highest percent was a 5 star, the next highest percent is 1. So it's like people either really liked it or really hated it, and not too much in the middle. I would probably have given it, like, well, and this is one thing that's, I don't know if it's me or what. If it's a game I've got downloaded on PlayStation, it will let me rate it. If it's a game I've got on disc, for whatever reason, it says, oh, you need to add this game to your library before you can rate it. Which is like, I own the fucking physical copy, Sony. Again, Sony not caring about physical, so there you go. But just, you know, if I was to be able to give it a score, if I was able to play the game and finish it and beat it, I probably would have been a little more harsh on it because of having so much trouble trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go and having to do a stupid amount of backtracking, and probably would have given it a 3. But if I would have been able to review it there, I would have given it a 2, just because it's like I liked the art style, I liked, you know, the unique story of it being like a dark telling of Pac-Man. But it's like the platforming was, you know, a little loose at times, not perfect, and then just the fact that, you know, in a Metroidvania, not knowing where you're supposed to go and what you're doing next is the worst thing you can actually have happen. When it's like, you got this whole world to explore, but you can't, like, that feeling of you've checked everything you can, but you're not done. And yeah, that's that's a big no-no when it comes to a game like that. So once I got done installing that game and putting my physical copy of Shadow Labyrinth on a pile of other PS5 games I have that I am planning on selling on Whatnot at some point in the foreseeable future. I had another game I bought from Whatnot for fairly cheap price. I think it was like less than $20. Called Spider Soars.
We're on a roll.
Very weird title for a game. One of the reasons why I wanted it, one was because it was a Japanese copy. Apparently, as far as I know, this game does not. Well, it might have a North American physical version. Digitally, it's $20, but apparently they did not make a whole lot of physical copies of the game. So, I think a Japanese version of the game would be like $30 or so, and then a US version of the game might be anywhere from like $40 to $50 physical.
No use attacking it now. Focus on the enemies.
So yeah, the story with that game, I didn't even say the story about Shadow Labyrinth, just because it's impossible to really explain the story. You're woken up from a pod by Pac-Man, and you're just trying to, like, he's got a directive to destroy some type of entity or foe or whatever on this planet, and he's basically just using you. You really don't know what your purpose is. You basically got amnesia, so it's just like, alright, well, whatever, I'll just do what you need me to, and we'll go from there. Spider Soars, this group of, it's like, well, the way it's portrayed in the title sequence is really good. It's almost in like the style of like a 80s Saturday morning cartoon. So in the future, because of global warming and overpopulation, food is in very critical like scarcity. So a group of scientists at this company called Ingest, which is supposed to be a spoof of like InGen from Jurassic Park, decided to combine an ancient food source with something that's known to have multiple appendages. So dinosaurs and arachnids. You know, who cares about vegetarians? This is for the meat eaters out there. So apparently, this research lab has a security breach, and the specimens start running rampant. So you're a person who has eaten one of these meat products from one of the spider soars and had a unique mutation or enhancement as a result of it. So you are chosen to aid the scientists at InGen to basically cull the herds, like destroy the the massive outbreak of the dinos. And then any food you come across, you're supposed to ingest to see what, new advancements or mutations you might gain from it. And so, yeah, not knowing a whole lot about the game, just seeing the cover art and seeing it was a way forward game and it being a Japanese version of the game, just kind of looked interesting. And like I said, the intro sequence being done in the style of a Saturday morning cartoon was a positive introduction to the game itself. And again, being that way forward game, more times than not, they are good games. I say that when I have played Shantae Half Genie Hero, thinking that's just a mediocre platformer. And also, well, with this game, being a Contra clone. Now, depending on how you feel about Contra, it's either something that's going to be enjoyed or really disliked. And because I deleted it after playing for less than an hour, disliked it. I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt. I started off on the normal difficulty, and it was about, well, not knowing exactly what kind of game it was until I started playing it, that it's like, oh yeah, okay, so you're running and gunning, and yeah, absolutely a Contra clone. You can there's certain times where you can grab onto walls.
What a blunder. I won't waste your kindness.
How many times does this guy get say, it's getting a little desperate over here? It's like, I get it, you suck. But yeah, basically to sum up how it was for me, if I were to explain the game, it's you take the absolute worst parts of a Contra game, the parts that you'd think, oh yeah, get rid of those, and you actually have a very solid game that people are going to really enjoy. And they were like, you know what? No, we need to keep that in there just because we can. So, the things about a Contra game that make it, for those who don't like Contra games, make it a very bad time. One hit, and you lose a lot, okay, so one hit, you lose a life. It's not quite as bad as that, but you only get 3 hits before you die, and there's enemies all over the screen, so there's that negative. The weapon system, it's gun based, and it's just like different weapon ability type things. So like one of them's like a machine gun, one's a spreader, one is like shooting laser shots, one's shooting slow moving like grenades, like a grenade launcher, and in that case it is a like you can upgrade it. Like little robots will be flying across the screen. If you shoot the robot, it drops down a power up, and whatever weapon you're currently using, once you pick up that power, or once you get that pickup, then you have that and you lose the one that you're currently holding. And it doesn't give you the option to like if you picked it up by mistake, going back to your old one, you're basically screwed. So it's like if you've got a good weapon that you're really relying on, and because everything's flying across the screen trying to kill you and you're trying to get out of the way of it, you hit one of these robots that gives you the power up, and it's a bad one, and you pick that up before you could switch over, you just lost your most powerful weapon, and now you're stuck with a piece of crap. And what's even better is that if it's a powered up version, you get hit once and it powers down. So you got that to deal with, which is fantastic. And then it gets to a point where it goes from horizontal side-scrolling to vertical side-scrolling. So let's say it's like an elevator shaft. So you got little platforms that you're trying to jump across on it. And then, obviously, once you go up, the game doesn't want you to go back down, so whatever was below you is now a death pit, and it'll still count as a hit. So if you have a powered up weapon and you miss your jump and you fall into the pit, you lose a health and you lose power to your weapon. On normal difficulty, you have 3 lives. On easy difficulty, you have 6 lives. I tried playing through on normal difficulty, could not get past the tutorial boss was okay. The first level boss I could not get past, so I deleted it and I started a new save file on the easy difficulty.
This is the mission desk.
Even with 6 lives and being able to restart at a halfway point in the level, was barely able to beat the first boss, and that was using the weakest weapon in the game because I lost everything trying to climb up this elevator. And yeah, needless to say, it lost its charm factor immediately,
Hey, good work
to
out
where
there.
I just
Holding up all right?
was not having fun with it. I just thought to myself, it's like, okay, why would WayForward make a game like this when, as far as I could tell from the trophy listing, there's maybe like 5 or 6 levels in the game, and what's gonna give you the replay value is just because you cannot beat it. It's so fucking difficult and challenging, and you're dying all the time. And there's trophies in the game that are gonna be for beating the level without dying, beating it without getting hit, beating it
You're an
with
absolute beast.
using the weakest piece of shit weapon.
But it's just you and me on Team 4. And if he trusts us
And
to handle the last one
so
ourselves,
yeah,
that must mean he thinks I'm pretty good too.
it was another game that it just,
Man, that's just the pep talk I needed.
I still don't think it was quite as fast as it was when I was trying to play Mighty Number 9 when it was available on PlayStation Plus. I think this was probably back when I had it on the PlayStation 4, so that's been a while, but it was still a case where it's like, playing the game, having, well, with that game, I had high expectations for it because, being from the creator Mega Man and it just not feeling right. Not like, even though I was, well, with this game, Spider Swords, it was a case of like, yeah, I'm dying, but I'm not feeling like, oh man, I was almost there. I could just try it again. I got it. I could get it this time. It was,
Ready to rock.
just that feeling of a typical Contra game from the 80s and 90s where it's like the game was designed to be as challenging as possible, and yeah, not being a long game, but that's where where their tactics were as far as like making it a game that you play forever because you take forever trying to eventually get good at the game. But by their definition, get good is being nearly flawless. So yeah, after dying or getting a game over after having all my lives dropped because of being in a spot where the death pits were right below me and enemies were flying everywhere and tiny little platforms all over the place. So it's like, okay, well, I just lost 2 lives because of I respawned in at a very bad spot. And yeah, I'm just like, this is not right. I'm done. The reviews for that game, I think, on PlayStation were like a 3.8, which not awful, not the worst. But yeah, it's definitely, maybe a reason why they didn't make a lot of physical copies and why it was relatively cheap, because you're probably, once you even get through the game, like I said, it's maybe like 5 or 6 levels, and yeah, there might be replayability, and I'm guessing there's like, you have to play on the hardest difficulty to get a true ending, which is very annoying. Now, funny enough, with both Spider Swords and Shadow Labyrinth, those both games, as far as the Platinum Trophy, or not Platinum Trophy, but trophies in general on PlayStation go, very few. I've played, even Graveyard Keeper, which was about as of an indie game that you could think of, had well over 100 trophies to get in that game. There's the absurd amount to do and get. But with those 2 games, I think there was about 20 trophies apiece. And on Shadow Labyrinth, it was ones connected to beating certain bosses, getting all the collectibles, which that was not happening because of how bad the map layouts were and how bad the backtracking was. And then with that Spider Swords, it was it didn't say anything about having to beat it on the hardest difficulty, but I feel like that's probably where the true ending was going to be tied to, was beating it on that. But it did have the ones of okay, beat the game without, or beat a level without getting hit. And yeah, I was able to do the one with the pea shooter because that's the one weapon I got stuck with trying to fight the first level boss. The prologue boss was easy, but still got hit on that. But it's just still so, like, not great that I had two games that one I had been playing for, you know, nearly the equivalent of a full day and then gave up on. And the other one was not even an hour and just being like, yeah, this is not for me. Which, again, kind of makes me a little, I guess, concerned about what my experience is going to be with the 20XX game.
She's always been such a good friend to me, you know?
Even though, like I said, it's a roguelike, so it's going to have a lot of replayability.
Still had time to help me in battle.
I do genuinely hope it's going to be one of those that, like, for me, a game is, like, a game I could tell is going to be very good, very enjoyable if I am playing it for several, like, you know, at least 3 hours or more, and I feel like I have done a lot in it. There's still a whole lot I can do, but at the same time, it feels like not a lot of time has passed. And maybe that's the main part, is the, you know, doing a lot and not feeling like, you know, maybe it could be a form of tedium, but in a good way. Like, it's been a fun, productive form of tedium. The one game I could think of that is definitely like that is Wrestling Empire, that I've played on the Switch here. I think it does have one of my longest streams, which is, I think it's anywhere from like 6 to 8 hours, which is quite a lot for a stream, or a Switch stream, I should say. But, you know, playing that, whether I'm playing in the Booker mode or as a created character trying to go through, like, you know, just a guy trying to make it in the wrestling world, and with as weird and zany as that game is, like, you could have a match with dynamite in it, or you could get in a fight with someone at the subway station, throw them onto the train track, and that person could legit die. It's, you know, stuff like that it's like, yeah, people are gonna look at it and say, well, it looks like a very poorly made game, and it plays almost like a very poorly made game, but it's so weird and fun. I enjoy it so much, and that's also kind of how it was with, like, the Binding of Isaac. Well, and with those roguelike games, the ones that I could have, like, a bunch of bad short runs, but not be, like, discouraged by it, because I feel like, you know, maybe I find something new with that run, or if it's a good roguelike, you know, maybe getting something out of each run, whether it be, you know, a new weapon or new character, something that's gonna push me to keep playing, like, try something new and different, experiment a little bit. The Enter the Gungeon game, well, there's a few of them that I've had, like, tried, and I eventually just kind of gave up on it because I felt like either I got as far as I felt like I could in it, or it was just beyond my skill level. Like, Enter the Gungeon was definitely like that, where it's like, I don't, I got so far, but at the same time I'm like, I just don't think I've got what it takes to get to this critical point. I think, well, one of the earliest ones I know for sure was, was it Rogue Legacy? I think that's what it was called. The one where each playthrough you're like the kid or the grandkid of the last hero that goes through this place, and each time you get a different trait. So like, let's say your ancestor was a knight, so you got a knight trait in you, but then you also learn to become like a ninja, so you're a knight ninja. And yeah, I made a little bit of progress in that game. I know the second game was supposed to expand on that, make it better, but it was one of those that's like, after playing for so long and just kind of feeling like it's fun, but at the same time I'm just like, I know I cannot get any better at this, or it's like it's gonna take forever for me to do anything. But yeah, it's like, well, there's that, is it Dead Cells? That was mixed in with like, with Castlevania add-on. I don't think I beat Dracula in that, but that was like one of those things where it's like, okay, you got to a certain point to where you could go to Castlevania, and I did that, and I got to Dracula, and at that point I'm like, well, I did it. I pretty much still got my butt beat, but I had fun doing it. Coincidentally, there is one I did just purchase on PlayStation on their summer sale called Dungeon Crawler. So it's kind of a, I don't know if it's really a roguelike. It might have roguelike elements to it, but your fighting is based on what you pick up from a claw machine. So yeah, there's like, you have this claw machine that you pick up different things like currency or swords or shields to determine like how many hit points you're going to distribute or how much defense you're going to put on to protect you from the enemy. And I think there's like different things you can get, like you can make the items smaller so you can grab more of them, or you can make your claw bigger so you can grab more. So yeah, they tried to do a bunch of different things to like give you a chance to do more stuff, find out or find new things, or have different characters that might have a different setup. Like one might be set up like a traditional three-pronged claw, and the other one might be like more of a traditional like two-prong UFO catcher, or one that's just like a big scoop. And yeah, I just like, you know, those roguelike games like that. Like, obviously, I really enjoyed playing Sorrows, especially with it having the system of even if you had a bunch of bad runs, you're still collecting like resources and stuff that were gonna help you get stronger, or you know, I kind of like that better, where you could get stuff, either find stuff in the levels or collect resources to buy it in a shop later on to get the like get what you need to start off stronger. So start, beginning at the very beginning of the game, you're like, even basic enemies are going to be a struggle for you, but then after like 20 hours of playing the game, you've collected enough stuff and resources and abilities and all that good stuff that now whenever you start off in that beginning area, you're either running past all the enemies, or being able to avoid all the enemies, or you are so strong that you are destroying them and not even thinking twice about them. So I was gonna make a comment earlier. I've been talking close to nonstop for like the last hour, 15 minutes or so. Most things have been S ranks, but this last, with this mission, a couple of Bs I've noticed, so I'm not doing too good right now. So it's like, part of it's not so much just not concentrating and just talking, and the other part's like, maybe I should be doing a little bit more of that, just to make sure I'm, going after the right enemy at the right time. Maybe it just doesn't matter, period. We'll see. I think it is better that way, for me at least, when I'm playing a game on stream and I'm talking, if I can do things and not have to really think about it. Like, right now all I'm doing is, I got beam swords in my left and right hand, so all I really gotta do is hit X and Y to do my attacks. I could press B to jump, and then my analog stick to move. Every so often I might do a more advanced deal, but for the most part I am just spamming buttons, button mashing, hitting off combos doing that, at least. So I can maybe do a little more concentrating on what I'm talking about, but still be doing an okay job playing.
Destroy that monolith. What? That thing's way too big! Yikes! Oh crap! I'm losing parts!
now that I've spoken nonstop for that long. Now I'm like, okay, I need a break. I'm usually not talking like that all the time, especially at work. I hate, like, well, it's usually when I'm like at work and I'm having to talk with customers, and by the end of the workday, my mouth is just like cotton mouth, more or less. Like, you know, desperate need of a drink. Don't really want to talk anymore, but I still have to. Sorry, I don't know how long you were out for, but I do apologize. Okay, this is one of the worst things, is when the enemy's doing an attack that you either need to dodge or block, but they go halfway across the screen and do it. Well, that was annoying, but we got it.
Meister, how are we looking on your end?
Good work, you two. Looks like the fortress's defense system is down.
Nothing can stand in our way now.
We can finally go save Lilin!
And this time, we won't stop until she's safe.
There's nothing we can't do when we work together.
Yes. Okay, let's go, everyone.
So even with a couple of B's in there, I still got an S. That's good. I guess it's just one B, but still. So, if it does give me another level cap, might just go ahead and do that real quick. See if I can level up. Nope, never mind. Alright, Gumpla Collector, and... careful with your wording there, buddy. Seed Lover, what?
This is the mission desk.
Alright, after conquering the fortress, they head to the stronghold where chaos awaits, so they'll be able to save GB4 and Lilin. No. Banshee Norn Unicorn Gundam. That sounds awesome. Alright, let's go. Eh.
Thanks to your efforts, we were able to destroy the monoliths for good. That means the path to chaos is open.
Finally! Time to beat that jerk into the ground!
Yeah, don't worry, Lilin. We're getting you out of there.
Loving the bloodlust, but we should probably take some time to think this through. This is Chaos we're talking about. He's guaranteed to have some pretty weird tricks up his sleeve.
We know he can bend the rules of the game, even break them. This won't be like any Gunpla battle we've fought before.
At the very least, we should expect a number of infected mobile suits standing between him and us. To use others' Gunpla in such a way, he should be ashamed.
He and his clan had plenty of time to spread that virus. We'll be up against an army.
Then an army is what we're gonna fight. We're not backing down.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how dirty he plays it. We got this.
We're gonna storm that fortress, take down Chaos, and save Lilin.
That's right. We won't stop until GB4
I don't know if this is
free
gonna be
from
one of those
his tyrant
games
and
where
his
it's like at
cruelty.
the end they'll give you the chance. Like, he's been asking us, Chaos has been asking us to join his clan for the longest time,
Good.
basically since the
Then let's go
get-go.
over the plan.
So it's like, if he asks us one more time at the end here and it actually lets us choose,
While the majority
100% I'm picking to join him.
A small strike force will
I'm
enter the heart of the fortress and
trying to think of
face
like what
Chaos
games actually
himself.
do that. I don't know in what extent it was, but I know in like Far Cry 3 it was.
You mean we can't all gang up on him? That's a lot of pressure on
There was this
whoever we
one
send in there to fight him.
lady who's on the island that asks you to join forces with her after, you know, basically her people have been putting you through hell, and or like gives you the option to join her, be evil, or take your one remaining friend who's still alive and get the hell out of there.
What?
And it's like, obviously it's like it tells you right away, well, if you choose the bad route, that you die in the end anyway, so
She's like the little sister I never had. I have to be the...
Very well. It's clear to you have proven yourself to be just as strong. I'll be the second, and as for the third,
please don't pick me.
can I count on you?
No.
I'm not certain as to what chaos will throw at us, but
I don't know why they
if
even
us
do
using
that.
Awaken,
I know
we'll
it's
stand the
it's
best
like
chance out of anyone.
I don't know, like these games where, you know, you get to be your own character, but at the same time, it just feels like you're not even supposed to be there. Like, hey,
This
you,
will
can
likely
you
be
join
the
us?
final battle.
Or,
Either we win here, or the servers go dark tomorrow. I know I'm asking. a
oh,
lot
you
of you,
guys,
but
like,
with your help,
oh,
I know we can see this
you are
through.
also dear to me. Tao, Mashima, Lilin, and the rest. It's like,
Save Lilin for us.
Yeah, you and Lin...
We'll hold off the enemy as long.
especially after all
Make
this
sure to
talk
get
where they're
Lilin.
like, oh yeah, you got this, you're gonna save the day. I want there to be that last ditch effort for him to try to join or recruit us, and you know, basically when we're at the point where like it's all but certain victory for the good guys, and he's like, I'll give you one last opportunity to join us, and I'm like, hell yeah, absolutely. Oh shoot, gosh, I can't remember what it was now. I think the name of the game was the Caligula Effect, or something with Caligula in the name. It was like a JRPG that was out on like the Vita and PS4. Might have been, I can't remember now. I think it's been ported since then and has a sequel. But near the end of that game, I think it had that option to where it would ask if you wanted to join the bad guys. And it was actually kind of cool because you were like, because it was obvious that's like you were working with the good guys forever, and now all of a sudden that you decide to join the bad guys. They're like, okay, well, when you come and help us, you need to be disguised so they don't know it's you. And like the feel of betrayal that they get when you do get revealed to be joining the bad guys, they're like, how could you? It's like that ultimate bad guy moment, like a heel turn in wrestling, like Hulk Hogan coming out to save Macho Man from the outsiders and ended up joining the NWO. Like the total screw job move where it's like, dude, you're supposed to be the chosen one. You're supposed to help us save the day, and now you're gonna bring about the end of days. I just realized this is like a Gunpla graveyard, like all the wire pieces holding all, like, ooh, that's a blue unicorn Gundam. But yeah, that was one of those games where it's like, yeah, the game itself was fairly forgettable, but that part in the game where it would let you join the bad guys and then, you know, you're basically betraying your friends. You're getting a bad ending out of it, but at the same time, it's like, it's like if you, because every game like that, it's the same. It's the good guys get together, they fight evil, and against all odds, they come out on top and they win the day. And in this one, it was, okay, well, the chosen one, the golden, like your character, just decides after all this time, when the enemy's like, would you join us? You're just like, okay, yeah, you asked, so I'll join. It's like, that's all you have to do is just ask, and I'd consider it. And then just, yeah, like I said, that whole reaction of everyone just like, you monster, why would you do this? You were supposed to be one of us, and you would throw that all away for them? It's like, yeah. Yeah, if it was, well, if I cared enough to try and get the second game, I don't know if they'd do it again in that one or not. Or I guess I could look up online sometimes just to see if there's any like records of games that, because like some games like that one, that was a very obscure game, so it's like not everyone's gonna know about that. But like, you know, a game where you start off as the hero, or you know, I can't remember which one, or if there's any that, you know, you start off as one of the bad guys, and, you know, partway through you learn that you're not doing the right thing and decide to join the help or the aid for good, or the other way around, like, you know, you're with the good guys throughout the entire fight, and then near the end you're just like, you know what, why don't, you know, you guys are trying so hard to succeed in your plans, why don't I help you? You know, everyone else, like, all the good guys just assume I'm gonna help them. They don't never ask me. You were nice enough to just, you know, ask if I would help you out and be evil and betray my friends and take over the world. So, you know what? Because you asked, yes, I am going to help you.
There's no time to rest. Let's see.
Why is that one? I don't know if it must have been the other one. One of them looked like instead of having like regular legs, it had like rocket boosters for legs. Maybe it is this one because it looks big and bulky. Nope, there it is. Yeah, it's got like giant rocket thrusters for legs. Though, you know, with the sizes of some of these, and you got like the giant like rockets or thrusters on body parts, it's like it kind of makes sense because it's like this thing is so massive and it's supposed to be doing like these type of movements that the only way it makes sense for it to be able to move around that fast is to have like absurdly large force behind it. So yeah, the thrust of a space rocket, that's enough to send something, you know, flying forward like a punch or a kick.
Let's go. This one was pretty easy, don't you think?
Don't say that because you're going to probably die in the next level. Ew, what the hell? Alright, that was fun. Oh, you son of a gun. Oh, you bitch.
That's a powerful enemy. Keep your guard up. How foolish! Got you now! Got you now! Got you now! How about this?
Can't even see what I'm doing half the time. It's just like, I just gotta say thank goodness for the, well, when you want the lock-on to work, it's pretty reliable. Even if you can't see the enemy on the screen, you know you're still hitting it.
Done. What's next? This is the center of the corrupted region. We finally made it.
Everyone else is still fighting outside to buy us time. For their sake, for Lilin, for everyone counting on us, we can't lose now.
Whatever Chaos has waiting for us through that door, we face it together. Let's go.
Welcome! And I must say, I'm relieved to see you. For a while there, I was starting to worry we wouldn't have time for the grand finale.
Chaos. What do you want? If you were just trying to destroy GB4, I assume you had simpler ways to do it. The public demonstration, the fortress, the 4 kings and their keys, the monoliths and the army of infected mobile suits. What's the point of all this? What are you really after?
After all that, you still don't understand? Maybe it really was a waste of time then. Meister Jin, you are correct. I don't hate GB4. I'm not even destroying it. Not really.
That's pretty hard to believe after you ruined it for everyone.
Ruined? Have I really? Unconventional, unpredictable, challenging. The game we've been playing has been quite exhilarating. What did you say? True, it's not the soulless AI-generated drivel you and your players are used to, but that is exactly the point I am trying to make. That is what I want, Meister. To show GB4 and the world.
So it is really a deal about AI. It's like what humans can do and what AI can do.
What?
Enough of your stupid monologuing! I don't care about your master plans or your game design theories. You broke the whole game over some selfish grudge. You ruined something people loved. And you kidnapped our friend. You say AI are soulless. From what I've seen, I'd say you're the one without a human soul.
I am human through and through, little lady. I simply refuse to watch human potential thrown away in the name of easy profit. Really, I would have thought that you...
Yeah, that's speaking a whole lot of truth there. We talk about like AI being used in video games and movies, stuff that, you know, jobs that people had.
No AI can imitate. Take the ability we call Awaken, for example. An error in the system. An exploit used by the best players to change the nature of the game. I had high hopes when you first showed me such a thing existed, but you failed to grasp its true importance. You sided with the game's authorities instead, those who enslaved themselves to their precious AI.
Don't involve me in your grandstanding, Chaos. What you're doing here isn't some glorious revolution. This is just pure spite.
Your insults mean nothing to me now. You've clearly chosen your side already. But you, my boy, you were surprised.
Please tell me it's gonna give me the choice. I want to help.
Just as I'd lost all hope of convincing Meister to join me. A new builder who can use Awaken. Someone who might see the truth as I did. Who might understand the true potential of mankind. You see what it is I'm trying to do, don't you? You could still be a part of it.
Yes.
I'll ask you one last time.
Yes.
Will you join me?
Please let me. God damn it! I want that option.
As I thought.
That would have been so freaking amazing. That would have been the best thing for this game. Like right at the end, it gives you one last chance to side with the bad guys and just be like, you know what? Fuck it.
Show me then. Fight to defend this boring prison you and your friends all.
What the fuck is that?
Let's see how you fare against a taste of real creative freedom, shall we? A mobile suit built beyond the restraints of the system. Who will decide the fate of this world? This is your chance, boy. Let's settle it here and now. The AI are bound by rules, soulless programs, regurgitating the information they are given. You would really trust our future to them? Those who are content to live by the whims of a machine don't deserve a world such as this. They are unworthy, and I will cast them out.
You don't get to decide that, Chaos!
You go on and on about how you hate AI, but you don't even know Lilin. She fought beside us every step of the way. She learned and grew, She became our friend. She loves this world just as much as the rest of us, and has just as much of a right to
Does
be
she?
here.
I don't know if we've even asked her. Maybe she hates it.
After all that, you still deny she has a soul? No, we're not giving you that right. We'll save her, and we'll prove you wrong.
That is a... Like, this is a good villain. I like the voice actor. I like just this whole, like, the whole thing about it being a guy who's got a grudge against, you know, AI over human development, and, you know, the one exemption to the status quo with Lilin being, you know, one that's kind of got her own thing going on. It's like, it's just, all he sees is the bad. And the again, it's kind of the whole fact that's like, even after all that we've done to fight against him, and he would still, you know, instead of just being like, okay, well, you're a lost cause, to hell with you, to hell with everyone, he's still like, will you join me?
Damage than my suit can even register. If he really is using Lilin to grant him control over the system, she must be under incredible strain.
No, we have to get her out of there.
There must be a way to break her free.
Nope, we're just destroying it.
Within the Dark Gundam's core unit. Then if we can manage to separate the core, we might be able to save her and stop the Dark Gundam at the same time.
We'll need to create an opening and getting close. Two of us to keep him distracted, while the other one takes a shot.
We're not doing that.
Let's go, you two.
Destroying the whole thing, that's my plan.
Hold on just a little longer, Lilin. We're coming.
I'm down? How'd they pull that off? Let's go.
Ow.
They got me. How'd they take me down? Now, let's get back in there.
Okay, now it's just being annoying.
Please, save Lilin!
No.
Yes.
Ungrateful children! I didn't work this hard just to let you beat me now!
Oh no.
Outstanding! You truly are an impressive builder.
Alright. There's the body for that Banshee Unicorn Gundam. So, are we done, or is there still more? Oh. Why did we come back here? This seems weird.
This is the mission desk.
Really? Lame. Fine.
That was a big hit. I don't think my suit can keep going. Are you okay?
No, I'm out of commission too. Pretty sure it's all up to you.
The volume on my mic mixer is spiking again. I don't know why.
Take her.
I don't know if it's coming across or not.
I'll keep her safe. You take care of Chaos.
How is this possible? Your strength surpasses mine?
We went over this already.
No! This isn't over yet! I won't accept defeat!
What is he doing?
Is he going to use himself as the core and control that mobile suit?
This world is mine to command!
No. He regenerated?
Face me now, boy!
Oh no! Even he can't keep that up for long. And I'm stuck here just watching from the sidelines. Was that... Lilin? Is that you, Lilin? Lin, help me. I can save him. Save him? But how? Never mind. No time to explain. I trust you, Lilin. Whatever it is, do it now. Aura, please. Hear my voice. Lend me your strength. Huh? Ah!
What is that light?
Wait, is that Lilin?
I will fight to protect my friends. Hey, my mobile suit. We are connected, Lin. From the start. We always have been. Even while he had me, I could hear you reaching out to me. No matter where I was. And not just you. Tao, and Sheena, and Mashima. Everyone who has been fighting so hard to protect my home. And you, too. Your strength has become a part of me. And now, a part of this mobile suit.
It has somehow restored its connection to Aura. But that strange mobile suit, what is this? What is happening?
This is my true power. Power I have gained through my own experience. And I will not let you use it to harm my home. Let's end this, my friends. Together.
No. Well, that's actually what AI is meant for, is to create. So what are you talking about there, dude?
How is it doing this?
I am far more than just a puppet following orders, Chaos. I am me. Yeah, Lillian's a person, you jerk!
No, that's not what she meant.
It doesn't matter. I finally
Ow.
attention. I can't give up now.
Okay, how did that hit me when I'm clearly not anywhere near the line of fire of it?
This is all for us. Humans designed this world, and humans should be the ones to control it. How is it none of you can recognize the truth?
That is one way to view your struggle. But I think it is not the only way.
What?
There is room for many different worlds, and many different games. Here, we have built a world for everyone. Everyone is welcome. That is Gunpla Battle. That is GB4. At least, that is what I have learned during my time here.
Are you real? Your former friends will never trust you once they know the truth. They'll cast you out the second this is over.
Says who? Why do you think we've been fighting all this time to get it back?
Tao? Are the comms open?
As soon as Lillian reestablished her connection to
Alright, dialogue's over, shut up.
We heard what you said, Lily,
Oh.
and you're right.
No, I guess it's paused, now I can't hurt him anymore. That's crap. Let me finish!
It was that camaraderie that helped me when I lost all faith in myself. It's no small thing.
I mean, sure, there's limits and rules. That's no different than anywhere else.
Heck, finding a way to succeed in spite of those restrictions is
I don't care about the story, just let me kill him.
Friendship, challenges, creativity. That's why we're here in the first place.
Human or AI, all are welcome in the world of GB4, no matter their origins.
Everyone!
Right. And that's why we'll fight to protect it.
We won't let you take this world!
I wish I could.
Welcome. Understanding? Ha! Who welcomed me then? Who fought for me to stay? The creators of your perfect world threw me out onto the street. And you haven't earned your place here. I will be the one who remakes this world as it should have been. Me, a living human being!
Jeez, is he even listening to us?
You have to hurry. Win this fight and save the game.
It's time. Our friends are counting on us.
It can't be! No!
There.
Well, that sucks.
You win. Do what you will. I need to know. You were one of the developers for GB4, weren't you? Creating a virus that worked within the game, hacking the mother AI, taking over the simulator? All of that suggests someone who is intimately familiar with GB4 systems and its securities.
So naturally, you assume it was done by someone from inside the company itself. Perhaps someone who even used to work on GB4. Yes, no sense in hiding it now. Once, I was a member of the original development team.
Wait, you were one of the people who helped build this game? But then, I don't understand. Why would you
Probably
try to
because he
destroy
lost
it?
his job to AI.
Because I appreciate the true beauty of Gunpla battle more than anyone. After all, I have devoted my life to perfecting it. I believed that our simulator, as a tool for human creativity, was the best we've ever made. I still believe it, even now. That's why I couldn't stand it when they began running the simulations with an AI, removing the human element from creation itself. So I left, but I swore that one day I would see GB4.
Oh, so he just hates
become the
AI
dream
and
it
just
should have been.
he quit, not
Even if it
got
was only
fired,
for
which
a moment.
that would have made a lot
You
more
really
sense
hate
for the
AI
revenge.
that much? Is this world so terrible to you?
It doesn't matter now. I knew proving my point would come at a cost. No matter what happens today, I no longer have a place in this world. What are you doing?
You said it yourself. You're one of us.
You can't possibly be serious. You would take me back, even after all this.
We would. GB4 is meant to be shared by everyone, remember? Of course. We'll have to make it so you can't destroy the world every time you get cranky.
You have a lot to answer for. But if you truly love Gunpla, there may be hope. Rhyme, Artal, you're okay.
All enemy mobile suits have been neutralized. The fortress has been subdued.
Chaos, we're taking you to the authorities. You will answer for the damage you've caused.
I've released all remaining mobile suits from the control of the virus. They won't be permanently harmed. And an antivirus program was automatically released when the Dark Gundam was defeated. In the end, I could never truly destroy my dream. I suppose that's it then. Still, when they speak of this, I'd like it said that I didn't lose to some machine.
Stubborn to the end, huh?
No, they really did it. The singularity. She learns. She grows. She feels. That girl isn't a machine. She's human.
I'm a human.
That's enough out of you. Let's go.
Yeah, explain that.
Well, at least he went peacefully in the end.
Let's head back, Lilin. Everyone's waiting. Right. A high score. Congratulations.
And a lot of money.
We did it!
No, I did it. You didn't do shit.
We beat Chaos, we saved Lilin, and we saved all of GB4! We're heroes!
You're out of the clan.
You're dang right we are.
You too.
Thank goodness. Finally, we can go back to enjoying normal missions like we used to.
Nope, I'm out.
Unfortunately, I don't imagine things will go back to the way that you're used to. With this matter resolved, GB4 is free to finally wrap up the beta and prepare for launch. Without Freedom Fleet's constant sabotage, I expect it won't be long before the game is ready.
Oh, exciting. How soon are we talking about here?
There's no release date set at the moment, but it shouldn't be long from now.
Wow, the official release! New missions, new events. We're gonna have a lot to do. I hope you guys are ready for it. Hey, Lilin! Huh? Wait, where's Lilin? You guys, she's gone! I am here. Lilin? What gives? I thought you came back! I'm sorry. I am drained after today's events.
She must still be drained after the battle. I suppose it's no surprise, given all the things Chaos put her through.
Are you sure you're okay, Lilin? I'm fine. I think I just need to rest for a little while.
Huh. I didn't realize AIs could get tired.
So
But it
what
makes sense
happened?
after
Because
everything
earlier
we've been
she was actually sounding more human. Now she's back to being like the obvious AI.
In that case, please take all the time you need to recuperate.
Heck, I think we could all use a good night's rest after today.
In the meantime, I'll make sure to talk to the dev team about restoring your avatar. So don't worry about any of that. You just get some rest.
Yeah, and we'll all be waiting for you here when you're ready to come back. I promise. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for saving me. And all of GB4. I count myself lucky to have found true friends like you. Good night, for now. I can't wait to play with you all again.
And as soon as we log out for the night, uninstall, and that's it. Okay. Yeah, I know these games aren't really supposed to be all about like the story. Like it's a meta deal about, people who are fans of Gundam that play with Gunplas, and then the whole whole backstory there with AI and you know human creation versus AI creation, and it's hard to say exactly what all. It's almost like contradictory. Like I I would not be surprised if this game was made with some AI use, and it's their way of making it so it's like, okay, yeah, there's people that are like, oh, AI is bad in games. You can't have AI in games, and this game comes out and they're like, no, AI can be good. See, it's like, uh, no, well, no, we can't have that. Because then you're going to be taking jobs away from people. Then you're going to have games coming out there just with very, very bad things in it. Like, no soul in it whatsoever. It just all feels like it's fake. Like, there's YouTube videos right now that have that, and I hate them so much. It's YouTube shorts. Like, there's ones of like there's the ones that are very, very obvious, like person sleeping in bed at night and then the door bursts open and a cat jumps on the bed and starts playing a guitar. It's like, that's just a very bad version of AI being used. But then there's these other ones where it's like, little dog's barking at a big dog. The big dog's getting tired of it, so the big dog picks up the little dog and throws him into a pool or throws him into a trash can. And then you got people in the background laughing at it, like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. It's like, yeah, that is absolutely fake. That's just so stupid. And then there's people that, well, the worst thing is that there's people that are using AI to make these videos, and they're probably making some money off of it. But yeah, if you are a fan of Gundam and you know more about the Gunplas than obviously I do, this is a good game. I think the Breaker games are pretty enjoyable. It's a game for the fans. Now, if you're going into this not knowing anything about Gundam, it's kind of a mixed bag, just because it's like, yeah, it's obvious that that'd be like if you were playing like, let's say like the Pokemon card game, the like Pokemon TCG that came out on like the Game Boy and Game Boy Color. If you were playing it because you like card battle games, but you know nothing about Pokemon. So it's like, you're in the world, you don't really know anything about Pokemon. So to you, they're just characters on cards, and there's ones that work better for you and ones that don't, and ones that you like the look of, and maybe those that you don't. That's kind of how I am with this. It's like, yeah, there's different Gundams, like a whole bunch of them that look like they're like the exact same thing, and then you got certain ones that, like the unicorn for me being one I've seen a life-size model in Japan, So it's got, you know, that kind of sentimental value for me for that. That's why I wanted to have a unicorn build and use that to play through the game. And I'm glad it's a case where even if, like, depending on what you wanted, you could pick your part and then just keep leveling that up instead of it being a case kind of like with like a lot of the Armored Core games where it's like, okay, well, this gun is really good, but even when it's as powerful as I can get it, there's other guns that are going to be way, way better. Whereas in this, you could pretty much, like the SD Gundams are supposed to be, well, just because of their size and stuff, it makes you think that they're not going to be as strong as, like, my guy here. But you can level them up to get to a point where they are, like, so powerful that, you know, you could go through the game and basically have that as your build and be the one that saves the game, the one that saves the whatever. So, depending on what's
During
left.
my time in GB4, I learned that there are many different ways to enjoy Gunpla battle. But all of those ways can still exist together. All are welcome here. It is a world with room for everyone. A world full of new friends, new challenges, and new ideas. Some may resent the limitations of such a world. But I believe our shared joy shines brightest when all are included. This idea is what makes up the very heart of GB4. And it will always be true. As long as we are here. And as long as there are still people who care about Gunpla.
Greetings, Gunpla fans, and thank you all for your patience! I'm proud to announce that the official release of GB4 is finally here! We hope you enjoy our world as much as we do! Happy battling!
So if I get back into it and it's like there's like nothing to do, like no new stuff added. I know the DLC, but that doesn't count because you have to get that afterwards. Oh, I have to start from the beginning to or do this. Okay, so let's jump back in, see if it has anything like, you know, new game unlocks or, you know, completed story unlocks or whatever. A new difficulty on top of what was it? Clan rooms have an item box, could be shared among. Any item could be taken out and put in. Can hold 10 items per clan member. Well, I'm not part of any clan, so don't need to worry about that. GB4 Savior, that's fine. Okay, so let me see what the difficulty deal is here.
This is the mission desk.
Okay, standard. Oh. Hardcore. Extreme. Oh, new type. What? 35, 38, 45, 47, 50. So, new type. It's a weird difficulty name, but apparently that's like, okay, easy, medium, hard, very hard, insane. Alright, well, nothing there. Big surprise. Any new quest deals? Okay, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. The Pac-Man one. Nothing past that.
Please make a choice.
Bounty Hunter. And Survival. Well, I have a very strong feeling that I'm probably not even going to bother with most stuff after this.
This is the mission desk.
Because it's like, oh, event. Oh, I gotta be online to do that. I don't have Nintendo Online, because that's bullshit that you have to pay to play online. Lapis Lazuli. That's Steven Universe character. Tron. Okay, let me go over here.
Welcome to the shop. The kits are this way. The builder's parts are this way.
I'm gonna say, I don't really even know, like, which of these helmets would have been what, like, someone piloting the Unicorn Gundam would even wear. So, not gonna worry about it.
Thank you very much. The kits are this way.
Alright, so let me go through this. It was Banshee, right? Okay, Banshee Unicorn Gundam. Banshee Norn Unicorn. Oh, MG. What's the difference between MG and HG? Alright, let's go back down to just Unicorn. Yeah, I don't understand. What's the difference between this and this? Okay, well, not gonna worry about it. Let's go. See what the level is that I can. I'm assuming it's capped at 50 now, but we'll take a look here. Yep, level cap is 50, so let's just go ahead and throw all of these on it, see how far we can go. I still feel like this is not going to be enough, but we'll at least do this on this one and see what it does. Okay, let's just do that. Alright, let's go ahead and do the rarity on this. Okay, that's good. Yeah, for some reason I feel like some of these aren't just, they're just doing nothing for it. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your comment there, Common. Someone's, well, I doubt you're still here. Someone needs to tell me the difference. I kind of know what SD means, but I don't know, like, HG, MG, RG, like, these are all foreign to me. I'm like, I'm uneducated. I don't know what it means. I'm dumb. Let's go with an item drop rate and an item drop quality. So yeah, I might not be able to do the leveling up that I want to, but I can at least get my parts up to the gold. Well, maybe. I don't know if I'll have enough. Because yeah, right now it's just me fiddling around with this. It's not really much of anything. I might try to do some of those last quests. And then wrap it up for today. Okay. Item drop rate quality. Let's do the max duration break combo. I need that one for sure. And then I guess now I could go with the item drop rate quality. Okay. Okay. Item drop quality. Recover HP on attack hit. Alright, legs. Like right now it feels like there's the ones that are like these ones that are the higher rarity that I put in, and it doesn't feel like they're doing any as far as like leveling up. But then I got some of the like 1 and 2 star ones that do seem to be doing good, so I don't know if it's because of the type. Alright, we'll call that good. Max duration break combo. And then item drop quality. Upgrade the backpack. Cover on HP or attack hit, HP recovery per second. That one's already gold. Let's go ahead and get these gold. I'll do like 1, 2, and 3 stars with this one, and then I'll do the 4 stars with the other one and see just how much level difference I get. Okay, that should be about it. Alright. Attack power, close range weapon. Attack power right, close range weapon. Okay, we'll just keep adding power. Okay, left. Alright, so that one didn't feel like it did near as much, and I was using more full, well, I was using 4 stars on that. Wait. Or did I not hit the right thing here? No, I did not. Did it just deselect? No, there it is. Okay. There we go. Alright. Attack power. Well, that's not. That's the left saber. Left close range weapon. I guess attack power at low health would be a fine one. Yeah, let's do that. Attack power at low health. Not that I ever want to be at low health, but still. And then shield. Okay. I guess HP recovery when enemy is defeated. Flinch gauge capacity. Guard gauge recovery speed. All those are fine. Oh, do I not have any abilities on this guy? I guess not. Alright. Let's see what would be good. Well, I guess if I had that one evade instant death, I don't think that's going to help me much. Oh, the auto guard, yeah. But I don't want any negatives with it. Really can't tell if there's any of these that are like... Oh, actually that one's all good. Pick that. 126% HP capacity. That sounds pretty good. So the red ones make it seem like it's bad, and then like this one, it's like a negative 28% on thruster gauge economy performance, which is like, okay, so is that really bad? That one would be good. Alright, one more good one. Oh, another HP capacity. And long range gauge recovery speed. That's a maybe. Ooh. Hit combo and awaken. That one could be good. I was gonna say if there was a positive one with that auto guard, I'd probably pick it, but I'm assuming it's probably not. Okay, evade instant death. Well, there's one. Auto guard. It's, yeah, technically nothing's red. I guess I'll go with it. See what happens. Alright, so we're applying the changes on it, and then we'll head out and try some of those quests. And yeah, I think I'll probably just go ahead and do the, oh, what's this? Custom Professional, okay.
This is the mission desk. Coming!
Alright, yeah. So yeah, I'll give these a try. See if it feels like I've got myself pretty well overpowered, or if I'm just still like managing. Oh, just hit my earbud cord.
Alright, here we go! Strong enemy incoming! Watch out! Bullseye! Yikes! I won't stay down. Let's go! Bullseye! Yikes!
Well, for the guy who doesn't want to stand still. Thank you. Well, at least with these little guys, I am kind of getting that feel again of being, like, the unstoppable, like, hero that's, like, slicing through everything. Those look cool. No, don't target the money one. I definitely don't need money right now. So, to talk about another thing that's in bad strait right now, or well, it's been for a while. The other day, I can't remember if it was just yesterday. Maybe it was either Wednesday or Thursday. There's an ad that came up on my phone advertising like Pokemon plushies. So I was like, you know what? I'll go check out the Pokemon Center to see, Pokemon Center website, see what they've got that's either coming or new. And this was, I feel like this was like around like 10 or 11 in the morning. And it was giving me like, oh, well, for security reasons, we need to make sure you're not a bot. And then made me do like match all the images that have a hat. And then it put me in a waiting queue, like, there's already people waiting to get onto the website. The wait time was 5 hours. And like I said, this was like at 10 or 11 in the morning. I was like, what on earth is going on that people are, like, there's already a queue for that long a time? And found out afterwards that the 30th anniversary ETBs were becoming available to pre-order on their website. Prices for them, and this is the one thing that really disgusts me, like, to no end. On the Pokemon Center website, they stay true to what their retail price is. So the ETB was $60. Yeah, I think that's right. It is $60 for the ETB for the 30th anniversary. Then they had blister packs of 3, blisters of 3 packs, with one of them had like the Lucario promo card, the other one had like I can't remember the other Pokemon, but yeah, 3 packs, and it was $15. And then the last one was, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a little box that came with like maybe a coin, a 30th anniversary coin, and then like a couple of packs, and it was $10. Now, this was after the fact that I looked online, and there's already an article that was talking about how the pre-order launch for the 30th anniversary stuff was nothing short of a sloppy, unreliable disaster. So I'm guessing like the servers were getting overloaded with everyone trying to get in to pre-order something. Some people were having issues where they were able to get in and then it like froze on them or crashed on them, and then they lost their pre-orders. And more than likely a vast majority of the ones that were able to get in were probably the goddamn scalpers, the scum of the earth, the sons of bitches who probably have never worked an honest day in their life, physical labor or anything like that. Just these little bastards, either these fat sweaty neckbeards who still live in their mom and dad's basement, or the stuck up little brat that gets everything from mom and dad.
A mini boss, huh? Can't wait.
And you know, as soon as they get their stuff, like those ETBs are gonna be going on like eBay for like 5 times as much, probably like hundreds of dollars, if not $200 to $300. Those blister packs are gonna be going for like $75. It's like it's gonna be a gross inflation of prices because they're the ones that were able to get their grubby little paws on all the merchandise at what's supposed to be the retail price, and because you can't get it anywhere else, they'll basically setting up their own prices, and it's going to be for those stupid high amounts. It's still happening now with a lot of stuff. Unless it's a set that either has no hits in it, like no popular cards or no popular Pokemon in it, and it's basically ones that these, you know, scum suckers don't see any profit out of. You know, those will be the ones that are still available on shelves. Those will be the ones that, you know, the regular collector or the regular fan will have to settle for. But yeah, this 30th anniversary one's going to be a complete nightmare as far as like trying to get anything. If you want something for retail, yeah, you're basically going to be shit out of luck. The only, well, I know supposedly like over in Japan they've got ways that they're trying to counteract it, like limiting how many you can get at a time, having to have some ID for it, and then like
Oh dang, that one's super strong.
what was the other thing that they were doing? Like passing a test. So making sure that you like know the, you know, like you're actively part of the fandom and not just a scalper who's in it for the money. Like, you know, someone who just sees it as a way to make an easy buck and just knows nothing about what they're handling. So, like, I think there's like there's basically maybe one logical way that you know, they could possibly get the scalpers, like, basically make them obsolete. And that's, well, 2 things that they'll have to do. 1, mass produce it like no other, like they claimed that they did with like some other sets. Like, I know they claimed that they printed like over 1 billion cards last year, that, and it still wasn't enough. Or actually, I'm not even sure if it was just like for all of last year or if it was for just a certain set this year. That's how bad it was. But the thing is, you know, if like for this 30th anniversary set, just make every single card a hit. Like every pack's gonna have like the card that people are gonna be wanting the most, that, you know, scalpers are thinking there's going to be the money makers, like your Pikachus, your Evolutions, your Mew and Mewtwo. Put those in every single pack. If everyone's getting the big popular card, the one that's, you know, that's basically the only way you can really beat it, is like you just flood the market with the ones that people care about the most, make it so that everyone's guaranteed to get it, which one would be great for a lot of fans, just, you know, if they're having a hard time trying to find something, the one time that they actually find it and can afford it, they actually get what they want, instead of that chance of, well, what usually happens of spending 2 to 3 times more than what it's supposed to be sold for and getting jack shit. That's really the only way you can kill this whole scalper market. You just, whatever's supposed to be considered the hit, make it massively available for everyone, and so the card that would have otherwise been, $1,000 is now like $5. Okay, so I don't know. Basically at this point, I'm just like, it's nothing new that's going on, nothing that I feel like I should try and do. It's just, for me right now, it'd just be collecting stuff to level up my Gundam, which right now it even feels like the higher leveled stuff is not really doing a lot as far as powering it up or anything like that. So it could be a case where it's like, if I'm feeling nostalgic for it, or if I've got nothing else to play and I just need a filler for like a stream or two until I get to the next game, I could come back to this, maybe try to play through the story mode again on like one of those harder difficulties, without any or like, yeah, on like that new type or whatever it was, like the ridiculous high difficulty setting with my current build, see how I could do with it. But I think as of now, I'm confident to say that, yeah, we played the game, we beat it, we finished the story, saved GB4, but it's like the whole thing about, beating the game so that way now everyone can play it, and it's like, there's really nothing to do. I could spend more money to buy the DLC and get a little more content and maybe more Gunplas out of that, but I'm not a big enough fan to want to do that. So the few people that were watching these streams are probably gonna stop watching after this, because yeah, for now I'm calling it good on this game. I would recommend it still, and like I said, might come back to it at some point. It is one of those that, it's not a game where it's like I got done with it and now I don't care if I ever play it again. It's one that it's like, if I decided I want to play it, I'd be like, yeah, I could jump into that again. That was fine. But we're off to what could be either a long summer stretch of me dying a lot, or me trying and eventually having to give up on another roguelike. 20XX and 30XX. Honestly, it's a case where it's like, if I can't even beat 20XX, do I feel like I should even try 30XX? Or if it's like, if I quit 20XX. Hopefully it's not a case like that, but if it gets to a point where it's like, I can't play this, I'm done. It's not fun anymore. I'm just getting frustrated and angry and all that. But we'll see. So right now, that's probably going to be... I have a short shift at work tomorrow, and I have like afternoon off. It'd be around this time tomorrow. I just don't know if I'd be on to play that at that time. More than likely, it'd probably be Sunday. We'll see. I do have a 4-day weekend coming up this next week. I think it's Friday through Monday, which is kind of weird. Was thinking about going somewhere. Oh, wait. Yeah, I was thinking about doing something on Thursday, but I guess I can't because I work Thursday. That's right. Well, anyway, I'm thinking ahead. Who knows? Things are probably going to change between now and then anyways. But for now, I'll go ahead and head on out so you guys can go back to your regular lives. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and as always, until next time, I shall see you later, and take care.